Hey guys, what is up? This is Cody, or xCodeh. How's it going today? Hope everybody watching this video is having yourself a snazzy day. Let me know in the comments down below where you're watching the video from. Always love to know. So today's life story commentary is one of the times where I got way too dabbed out. Probably one of the highest I've ever been. You could smoke a lot of weed. You can get way too high. You could smoke, take too many edibles, take too many bong rips, but dabs will just get you to another planet. I guess edibles are on that same plane of existence, but the difference between getting too high and too dabbed out, they're exponential, definitely. So this story was around 2016. This was one of the first times I ever went to Maine, which was super dope. Awesome state. One of the coolest states I ever been to. Cool forests. The beaches have like blue water on the East Coast. Never seen that. I didn't even think it existed besides like Florida, but either way, look at this, huh? Look at that. It's beautiful. I'd just gotten back from like the 3 or 4 hour drive back from Maine with this really cool rig, like the coolest rig I've ever seen in person. Besides, like, you go to a shop and they got like that $20,000 custom made dragon pipe or something. It's not cooler than that, but it's definitely the coolest pipe within my price range. And even then, it was absurdly expensive. It had all sorts of really cool colors, and in the middle of it, it had this opal encased in it with this giant octopus hanging off the side of it. The colors were just insane. It was such a dope pipe. And I was really excited to have it because this was the first heady pipe I've ever had. This was like the first piece of glass, other than maybe like a hand bowl, that was like really cool. I get back to my house and I want the fun to continue. The day was not over, even though I was so tired. I hadn't slept well the night previous. I wanted to sleep on the way back in the car ride, but my homie was blasting music the whole way back, so that didn't happen. So I was so tired, and I was like, yo, you want to hang out? I just got this crazy new rig. You want to take some dabs? And he was like, fuck yeah, dude, let's do it. I go over to my buddy's house, and on the way there, I'm like, man, I probably should have just gone to sleep, huh? Like, I'm pretty fucking tired, but hey, let's get high. So I get to my friend's house, go up, I'm all super excited to show him this rig, because he's like really into heady glass. He's like a way bigger dabber than me. Remember sitting down on his couch, taking out my backpack, I had it all wrapped up in bubble wrap, unraveling it like it's the holy grail. It was really cool. I know I'm exaggerating this pipe, but it's like a really cool pipe. I hope I can find a picture on my computer somewhere to put it on screen. I have to have one somewhere. My friend thinks the rig is super dope. He's like, yo, just got some new crazy dabs. You gotta try them. It tastes like pine or something. He said something like that. So I'm like, all right, man, I get it heated up. And at this point in time, I didn't really know like how to properly heat up a quartz nail whatsoever. I was used to having a quartz nail that was completely chazzed. This is what my nail looked like. Right there. And since I had just purchased this rig, it came with a brand new nail, so it didn't have the chaz, so I couldn't go by the red glow to indicate how hot it was. So I'm just sitting there fucking roasting it, blasting the shit out of it with the torch. My friend's like, yo, it's probably pretty good, man. It's probably hot. And I'm like, nah, let me hit it a little more. I'm like eager as fuck to take this hit because I want him to try it too. He's like, yeah, take the first dab, dude. I got you. He gives me this fucking glob. Every time I'd hang out with this guy, every time I'd hang out with him, he'd always be going on about, let's take some globs, bro. Let's take some globs. That was his word, for real. And like, for a reason. Because he didn't take small dabs. There was no small dabs to be taken in this guy's house. And I didn't even, like, when he handed me the dab and the tool, I was like, oh, it's not that big. No problem. But no. I think this was like more of like a shatter consistency. So it had that like density to it. Like you take a little bit off, but it's like thick. It's got that, like, you hit it to the nail and you can hear it hit the nail. It's like a little tink, like, it's not a tink, but you can like fucking feel it, dude. You can feel it hit the nail and you know you're about to die. That's exactly what happened. I take the torch off the nail and I wait maybe 15-20 seconds at the most. And I'm like, yo, you think I'm good now? You think I'm good? And he's like, dude, you got that pretty hot. I think you gotta wait a little more. And I'm like, putting my hand over it, scorching the bottom of my hand, like I know what I'm doing, but it's just like, nah, I think I'm good, dude. And it just starts sizzling a little bit. It was just way too hot. It wasn't like bad sizzle. It was just like way too fucking hot. I remember clearing it all in one hit. As soon as I exhaled, just like the thickness, the density of the smoke coming out of my mouth, I knew it was bad. It was about to be a horrible ass time. Fucking coughing my ass off. I hand the rig to my friend. I'm sitting there. I remember like handing the rig to my friend, like, just take this from me before I drop it. Like, just take it before I die right now. I'm sitting there leaning back and forth. Sweat is fucking dripping down my face. out of breath, coughing hysterically. Yo, dude, please give me some water. I just need some water, bro. He's one step ahead. As I'm like sitting there dying, dude, can I please get some water? He's handing me a water bottle. Like he fucking knew it was happening, dude. This guy's the man, bro. He's the man. I remember trying to drink the water as fast as I could. Just trying to get some water in me, hydrate, ground myself. I remember looking around the room, not being, I was so high I couldn't really even see anything. When I had smoked cigarettes, nicotine, vapes, e-cigs, anything like blunts, anything like that, I would experience the spins, but I've never really felt like spinny from weed. It's more of just like a not being able to focus on anything, and that kind of like makes you dizzy. It's not like a spin. It's more of just like a, I can't look at shit. I can't see correctly right now. Like I wouldn't be able to drive a car. And it felt even more intense than the bus stop story when I'm sitting there and everything was like frame by frame by frame by frame and I couldn't focus. But like this was straight up just like a blur of just like I couldn't see anything. I'm freaking out, sweating. It feels like I had 3 of these hats on, like all surrounding my face. And then this is where it gets fucked. This is where it gets bad. I remember like worrying, oh man, I'm about to get sick. I've had this horrible feeling in my stomach. I'm sitting in my buddy's living room like, dude, I do not want to get sick at my friend's house right now. Fuck that. I'm all right. I'm okay, dude. I'm okay. And I look at my friend. I'm like, dude, I gotta step outside for a second, man. He's like, dude, you're chilling. All right, you're good. You're right. You're relaxed, bro. You're good. Just drink some water. You're good. I'm like, no, bro. I need to go outside for a second. And he's just like, dude, I mean, like, you can if you want. And I'm like, all right, maybe I don't need to, actually. Maybe I don't. I got all like confident for a second. I'm like, no, all right, I'm all right. Yeah, you're right. I'm all right. And then I just kept thinking about it. I visualized myself going to my buddy's bathroom, puking all over the place. And it was like way too much. It was like fucking overwhelming thoughts of like, yo, you need to do this right now. And I'm like, dude, all right, I'm just gonna go outside for a second. I need to go outside. And I went outside at his porch. And I just was like leaning against the porch, trying to look at anything, like trying to look at the trees, trying to just like figure out where I am in life. Just evaluate where I'm standing, where I'm leaning against. Like, okay, things are getting okay. I'm all right. It was like a straight psychosis episode, bro. I was fucking crazy for 25 minutes. And my buddy comes out and I'm like recovering a little bit. I think like the majority of that feeling was just the coughing, maybe. Or just the irritation of my esophagus, my throat, my lungs were just toasted, fucking roasted. And the water he gave me really, really did help. But I'm sitting there like just sipping on the water outside, leaning against his porch like dead. He comes out, he's like, hey man, like what's up, like you okay? And I'm like, dude, you just gotta bring me home. Like I gotta go home right now. And he's just like, all right man, that's no problem, let's go home. And then I start to walk towards his car and he's like, dude, your rig, like you gotta get your rig. And I'm like, dude, I just don't even care, like I'll get it later. And he's like, no dude, no, I'm not keeping your rig, bro. That thing is crazy. The thing is expensive. We gotta go up and get it, man. And I'm like, all right, fine, dude. And I go up to his house and I'm like putting everything in my bag really, really quick. And I was so nervous. I was so like, I just wanted to get out of there so bad. Like it has absolutely nothing to do with my friend's house. My friend, like he's one of the chillest dudes that I've ever met. One of the nicest friends that I have. And like, I was just so fucked up. I just needed to go home and knock out. It had to have been one of the most uncomfortable highs I've ever had in my whole life. Couldn't like lock my eyes onto anything. Could barely speak. All from one fucking dab too, which blows me away. Like I see people on YouTube taking these 1 gram dabs and I could not imagine. I absolutely couldn't imagine. This was maybe 0.2, maybe. I remember getting home, putting my backpack down, not even putting the rig away. It was in bubble wrap in a case and shit, but I just put it down, fell on my bed and just passed out. I don't know, just fucking passed out on the spot. I really don't know how I didn't get sick in that guy's house. That's one of the closest I've ever been to greening out. I think the bus stop, it definitely, actually, you know what? The bus stop wasn't even comparable to this. This was like demons inside my head, dude. That shit was fucking crazy. It is something else when you're so dabbed out, when you like can't even see anything. It's so uncomfortable. I hope I never get there again. It's about that time. If you guys are interested in seeing me get this high, okay, maybe not this high, okay. Check out the link in the description for the Patreon where I do unlisted secret videos. Huge thank you to all the names on screen right now for pledging your support. I really do appreciate it. It helps me out a ton. For $1 or $2 a month, you can support the channel and get access to the secret unlisted videos, link in the description. But you know, the moral of the story here, the moral of the story, is to not have a Chaz banger, and to know the heat and the cooldown time of your banger. Take the correct temp dabs, so you don't die like I did on this video. Thank you for watching my video. I really hope you guys did enjoy. Leave a like if you did. It helps with the YouTube algorithm, helps me get views, grow the channel. Almost at 3/4 of the way to 1 million subscribers. Fucking crazy. Stay high, stay lifted, and follow my cat on Instagram